friends. In this video, we are going to be doing today's science lesson. So make sure you have your science book out and open. You should be opened up to page 372. It looks like this, and it says set things in motion at the top. As I read through this page, I encourage you to read along in your book, and let's learn about motion. Set things in motion. The log ride climbs up the hill slowly. So this is the log ride, and you can see the log is riding up the hill slowly. The log ride zooms down the hill fast, so it slowly climbs and then whoosh, it goes down quickly. It says, look at all of the things in motion. Motion is movement, okay? When something is in motion, it is moving. Planes fly fast, right? And a turtle walks slow. Speed is the measure of how fast something moves, okay? So motion is movement, and speed is how fast or slow that movement is. It says circle two things that move fast, okay? So you can pick any two. You can do the kids sliding down the thing here. You can circle the bunny hopping along, maybe the plane in the sky or the bird. Circle any two things you want that move fast or quickly. And then put an X on two things that move slowly. We heard, the turtle goes slowly. You can put an X on the turtle, or the log ride goes slowly up the hill. Okay, so you circle any two that go fast, and then X off any two that go slow. All right, I got an itch on my back. Sorry, guys. Over here it says do the math. Okay, it says Pam went on. Let's see, where's my page so I can read that part. My camera's kind of blocking it a little, but I have my pages from my book here so I can read it. It says Pam went on 3 rides, and this graph shows how long she waited for each ride. Okay, so the carousel, she waited about 20 minutes. The teacups, she waited about 10 minutes. And the swings, wow, she waited a long time. She waited about 40 minutes for those. So it says which ride had the shortest wait? Well, that would be the teacups, right? Because it says here she only waited 10 minutes. So here on this first line, you can write teacups. Take your time to write it. If you want to pause and write it and then unpause, you can. Or if you're writing it real quick while I'm talking, that works too. And then number 2 says, how does the graph tell you? Well, you don't even have to write this down, but the graph tells you because it shows you on the side the time in minutes, and then the bars line up with the amount of minutes. Okay? All right, you can go ahead now and turn to the next page. I'm going to rotate mine here. I don't know why that got tiny. Let's see if I can make it any bigger. Bum, ba, bum. Okay, that's a little bigger, right? All right. And there we go. It says, objects can move in many ways. They can move in a straight line, they can zigzag, they can move back and forth, they can move round and round. We're going to trace the dashed lines below to show the ways that objects can move. So you can use your pencil, you can use a pen, you can use a marker, you can use a crayon. You're at home, I don't care, you pick. But you're going to trace the straight line, bing, the zigzag, jink, 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 the back and forth line. So you go back and forth, and then around and around and around. So take your pencil and practice drawing. So the roller coaster just goes in a straight line from A to B. The bumper cars go zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. The pirate ship goes back and forth, and the Ferris wheel goes around and around and around, okay? It says a detail is a fact about the main idea. So draw a line under a detail and draw an arrow to the main idea it tells about. So over here, a detail would be they can move in a straight line. And the main idea would be that objects can move in many ways. Okay, so we know, let's think. Movement is motion. Speed is how fast or slow. And now we see that things can move in straight lines, they can move in zigzags, they can move back and forth, they can move in circles. So movement not only has different speeds, but it has different directions, right? Okay, go ahead and turn your page again. I gotta rotate again. Goodness gracious, here we go. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Okay, let's get it back to, there we go. And here I am, hey. Okay, So now it says, let's sum up what we've learned today. It says, read the label in each box and draw an arrow to show the kind of motion. So the arrows that we just traced, we're going to do that again, only you're going to draw them in these boxes here, okay? So draw a back and forth line. So remember the back and forth line, you got to have arrows on both ends, and it goes back and forth, back and forth. So you draw a line with an arrow on both ends. In this box, draw the zigzag, which can either be up, down, or side to side, but it goes back and forth like triangle shapes. Round and round goes in a circle, so draw your circle line. And then a straight line, you just start at one point and then draw an arrow in one direction, okay? Down here, the circle, it says, look at each pair of objects and circle the one that goes fast, okay? So look at each pair of objects and circle the one that goes fast. Well, I mean, birds can fly pretty fast, but planes probably fly faster, so circle the plane. And bikes could go pretty fast, but a car could probably go faster, so circle the car. Over here it says work your way through the maze to match each word to its meaning. So you're going to take your pencil, starting with speed, and we want to try to get the red car here that says, or the red engine here, sorry, that says speed to its meaning here, which is the measure of how fast something moves. So you're going to try to stay on the track and get the red car or the red engine to meet up with the red car. And then you want to get the blue engine that says motion to line up with the blue car that says is when something is moving. So you can pause it if you want and take a minute and trace those lines. And then we'll go on to the last page. So on this one, it says complete the word web below, the way things move. So in the middle, they have the word motion. Okay, that goes right in the middle, motion. Then they're talking about the different ways that we learned about that things can move. So we know zigzag was one of them, straight line was another, back and forth was another, and round was another. So go ahead right now, take some time. You can flip back if you need to and fill in those answers. And then the brain check page, you'll be taking a picture of and uploading for me, just the brain check page, okay? So I don't need to see the sum it up page. I just want to see the brain check. So your trains and then your web. So when you're done filling that in, you can upload it for me. And then I put this page here. This was the first page at the beginning of the chapter. If you want to go back and fill in these answers, it says the Ferris wheel light looks blurry. How does it move? Well, it moves around and around. So you can write that here. And then the two vocabulary words that we learned about were motion and speed. So you can write motion and speed on those lines. Okay, so when you are finished with your brain check, you can upload it for me and I will get you some points in the grade book. Bye, boys and girls.